And welcome to Fat Kings Friday for May the 15th. I am Andrew VSG Spike.
And I am VSG Warrior, and we are two big dudes chewing the fat, trying to get lean. What's on the menu tonight, Andrew?
The menu tonight is these damn gallstones that have been plaguing the kingdom. This is bullshit. It's annoying.
Gentlemen, the Rolling Stones. The Stones, baby.
I wish
had to break out a picture of the Stones.
Problem.
Yeah, that's a good problem.
I just put Exile on Main Street on disc down there and just kind of.
That is my favorite album. Holy shit, you said it. That is the album. That is like an amazing album. It's an underrated album. Such a great album. But we can talk about we'll talk about Gallstones first, and then the Rolling Stones at the end of the show.
There we go.
We'll change it up. But yeah, man, it's pretty crazy. And well, since you're the one who's stricken with it, okay, let me just clear that up. By the way, too, when I posted that picture, it was a get together that we had. My official first meet and greet when I came down to meet you and your wife Ryan, and I met Erica and I met VSG Pepper. And
right, that picture though, that was from the day before. That was like a day or two before, because we all got together at my friend's house for my scavenger hunt, and that was that day when we all hung out. But
and that picture is scary because in that picture from left to right is everyone in order who was stricken with the gallbladder and the gallstones. And your wife Ryan had her gallbladder removed.
Yeah, a couple of years ago. Yeah.
And during the scavenger hunt, you were driving another car. Me and Ryan was sitting. She was driving me to the scavenger hunt. And that was the topic of conversation. We were talking about her gallbladder surgery, and and then the next morning I'm talking to you, and I'm saying, yeah, a good watch out for those gallstones. I'm glad I'm on this medication, and then boom, you get hit with it.
Yep.
And now
Not
a few
too
weeks
long
later,
after. Yeah.
Yeah, no, and you were like, that son of a bitch gave me gallstones. You had to bring it up. You had to talk about it. So yeah, now Erica's got it, and sadly, but she was having some crazy conditions going on. So I'm not sure. I'm just hoping that it's just that. But she took a swallow test, and I took a swallow test in college. I passed every time.
I passed like a circus seal.
I got an A+. But she took, I guess it's like the barium, and they saw that everything was really going down slow and very, very slow. So they thought at first it could be a stricture or an ulcer causing some kind of inflammation and slowing everything down.
Right.
And then they also did a biopsy to see if it was an infection, and it turns out that it was none of those. So not quite sure exactly what's causing that, but it's an inflammation from acid reflux. So I have heard that gallbladder can cause an increase in acid reflux. So maybe that's what's going on, and I'm just hoping it gets better. But anyway, she finds out that she has a bunch of stones at the same time and now has to get her gallbladder removed. So
yep.
And it's she's certainly not alone. It seems to be, I don't know what the percentage is, but it seems to be a pretty high percentage of people getting the weight loss surgery.
Well, it's from any kind of extreme loss. I mean, yeah, sure, definitely if you have weight loss surgery, because my wife had hers for a reason a lot of females have theirs.
I'm sorry to cut you off, brother. I love it, but you mentioned an extreme loss, and I just have to say, let's go Rangers, baby!
Fuck you. Fuck you. Oh, my God.
That was just sitting there on a tee. Swing. All right, go back to what you're saying.
Fucking we were up 3-1.
I'm so sorry.
Son of a bitch.
I couldn't resist. It was sitting there.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. We were up
all right, I'm
3-1.
Back to another tragedy. Your wife getting
back to another tragedy. Yeah. So yeah, my wife had it for the same reason. A lot of women have it done because she had hers post childbirth, because she lost a lot, obviously, from the childbirth afterwards, and she continued to lose as well a bit afterwards. So that was where her attack. So it comes from any large amount of weight loss, which obviously being part of the weight loss surgery community, that's where this, issue can certainly come about. But so she had hers removed, and she talked about her pains like she would have rather had childbirth again. Now, of course, when she had childbirth, she was on what do you call it? The needle in the bottom of your spine, where the epidural.
Epidural, yeah, they
the
do
epidural. She had the epidural, so she really didn't like the gallstone attacks. Now, thankfully, mine, I've had 2 attacks probably in the last 10 days. And I think I'm figuring out what one of my main triggers is spicy food, which sucks because I do enjoy spicy food from time to time. So I just have to avoid that because that seems to be a big trigger. But before that, I just had the main trigger, which sent me to the hospital. So, I mean, all in all, so I mean, in about a month and a half, I've had 3 attacks. So I've started the process of reaching out to. I met up with a primary care physician this week. I need to send over some documents from back in Virginia about my ultrasound results and all that, because I went through, when I had mine, I didn't go through nearly as many procedures as Erica did. Mine were really boiled down to an ultrasound, and they did a CT scan, because I didn't have, unfortunately seems like Erica has more other issues going on beyond just the gallbladder, which sucks, because just to couple that on top of it, I feel for her, because that's no fun.
Yeah, me too. I mean, she's having trouble keeping things down, and she's also getting like bloated, like her belly gets like distended, like she's eating a huge meal or something. And
sure,
it's rough, man. And from what I hear about this gallbladder pain, I mean, I guess everybody gets it a little bit differently, but it looks like it's really, really painful. I mean, yeah. I've heard women say it's worse than childbirth. Even Ryan was saying that.
Right, exactly. And what's I had several years back, I had these lower abdominal issues that were really like underneath, like stomach underneath the belly button area, and they were these really sharp pains, and we could never figure out what it was. And I went in for CT scans and abdominal ultrasounds and everything else, and they couldn't figure out what it was. And eventually they went away, but it was really weird. I guess if you want to say fortunately, if there's some silver lining to it, these gallbladder attacks aren't as bad as what those pains used to be. So, I'll take the good with the bad. I don't want them. I hope to obviously get rid of my gallbladder at some point, but yeah.
I think I'm having a hard time with this. The camera's doing this thing again where it's not following.
No, you're looking for, you're fine.
Okay, I guess we should bring that up actually. So we decided to switch it around a little bit and see if we can get the people on mobile devices to come in. So we used to have the chat live. It's going to be a little bit different tonight, so you're going to have to hit refresh. But if you're on a mobile device, you should be able to participate while the show's going on.
Right.
So it's slightly different. So I'm actually at the helm tonight, and that's why we're crashing right into the moon.
No, it should be. It's all good. It's all good. I'm keeping an eye on the comments. Looks like Jennifer Bleacher, welcome. She's finally back for a live show.
Oh, JB.
Welcome.
All right.
Welcome. Glad to have you. Lynette.
She's a gallstone woman.
Yeah,
she's a gallstone. She's a veteran. She's a gallstone veteran.
Exactly. She comments that gallbladders are evil, should be removed from society. Discuss. And discuss we shall all night with it. And Angie in Indiana is on. Hello, guys. Hello, Angie. So, and
I have to do it because it's a Rolling Stone show. Angie.
Oh, absolutely.
Because it's Stones. Come on. All right, but I can't get the camera to follow us. What the hell? I did this. This happened once before.
What's that?
See how the camera is like? I'm trying to click off both of us so that the camera goes back and forth between who's talking.
Oh, is it just you? No, earlier it was showing both. It was,
and then I made the mistake of clicking on it. And then, well, it won't unclick though. Usually, you just click off of it, and it should just leave it alone, but it's not going to.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
I don't know. All right. Well,
Now I'm watching a muted replay of us, and
yeah, it was
hold
working.
on.
Hello.
Hold on. I saw it a moment ago where it went back and forth.
Hold on.
So let's
Yep.
we
it was probably me though. It was
we
probably
watch ourselves in a little bit of a delay.
Yeah, but it was probably me because I've been controlling it since it happened.
Oh, really?
Yeah, unfortunately. So, see,
all those goofy ass settings that you were trying to play around with earlier.
No, it's not that because when you were moving, I did this, and all you had to do is just click off of it.
Okay.
And then there we go. I got it. All right. You have to double click on it. Never mind. I got it.
Okay. Yeah, because now I'm just showing me the whole time talking and okay.
We're all good now. It's good now. It should be they should be seeing it any second.
All right, cool. Yeah, I know we watch ourselves in a delay, so sorry about that, folks.
Sorry about that.
We got a few more. Rob H, welcome always, Rob. Tiffany's Journey, first live show. Thank you, Tiffany. As well as Tony VSG, first time viewing the live show. So we've got more new. We had a bunch of new people last week, which was awesome. So we've got
that was pretty cool.
A few more tonight. So glad you could join.
Welcome.
One of us. One of us. And I mean, Lynette knows I'm notorious for it. Ooh.
Oh, baby, pop that cork buster.
That's right. We're popping corks, popping cherries. We got newbies.
Yeah, baby. Say something.
What's up? How you doing?
I want to watch you pour. I want them to see you pour.
Oh, see the.
Oh, you got to show the bottle though.
Oh, I'll show the bottle. When we're done.
Show me your bottle. There it is.
I'm going. We started off with Star Wars, and I'm also continuing with Game of Thrones beer. So.
One wiener next to another wiener. South Park for the win, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, absolutely.
But if you're not watching Game of Thrones, you should be. It's a great show. That's all I have to say.
Go find somebody with an HBO Go account and bum it off of them and watch it. So, yeah.
It's worth watching.
I'm a couple of episodes behind, so hopefully next week I should be able to finally catch up on some of that.
So you didn't see Tyrion? You didn't see Tyrion die?
No, not yet.
That's such a lie. Come on.
I know.
They killed Tyrion. The show's over.
Oh, exactly. The Dinkles, though.
No Dinkle. Forget about it.
Well, you saw that. You see the Key and Peele bit where they talked about Game of Thrones?
No, I didn't see that.
Oh, they did one. They did it before. I'm trying to remember what series, but it was the two guys running the valet. And right before the season premiere of Game of Thrones, they did one of the two valet guys. I'm going to post that on your wall tonight because it's
awesome.
Hilarious because they're talking about binge watching and they get all in about talking about the different characters and everything. Tons of spoilers if you haven't watched it.
Yeah, that's true. So careful with that because you might see something you might not want to.
Mm-hmm.
All right, gang. So so from Thrones, let's get back to Stones. So when I was at WSFA, I felt like I had this really bad pain. It was like right in my right side, kind of right under the rib, right underneath where it was. So it's where people have said that some attacks could happen.
Sure.
And I guess it was just muscular because once I got back, I did go. I got it checked out. I got an ultrasound, and they said no stones, and I'm okay. So I'm grateful for that. But as we know from that picture, it's only a matter of time before I'm the next one struck.
You are. You're next, dude.
I'm just biding my time at this point. So anyway, thank you for the people who are worried about me. I don't have stones. I don't want stones. The only stones I want are the Rolling Stones, and that's it.
Tickets to the Rolling Stones.
That's it. They're supposed to be coming back around, I think.
Are they?
Yeah, I think so.
They always do a farewell tour.
It's a farewell tour. Yeah.
Like Motley Crue, they do a farewell tour every 2 years.
Yeah, I saw them in '86.
No shit.
Yeah, I think it was like the Steel Wheels tour. Yeah, I was like a wee lad. Yeah, it was like 3. I was 3 at the time. So anyway, so what was cool about that though was because I was in San Diego a little bit early with my friend who lives there, and so I'm complaining about these pains, And he's like, well, you know, do you want to go to a doctor? I'm like, no, because by tomorrow, everybody was going to get in for the conference. And I said, by tomorrow, I'll have 25 people who've had it done, know everything about it. So it was like really
You'll have
cool.
experts at your disposal. Exactly.
It was.
Why not?
And I had, so Lynette had it done. Mamma Mia. Actually, the funny thing about Mamma Mia, can somebody tell me if I imagined Mamma Mia being at WSFA? Because we had a moment and we had like 5 minutes, and I don't think I saw her again. So I don't know. I don't know if I was just phantom, you know, I was just hallucinating or whatever. But she was telling me about her issues, and
Okay.
and you know, and she's even had some issues post gallbladder removal. So, you know, that's interesting. So.
Yeah, because I have heard some people who, you know, you can still get stones even after you have the gallbladder removed. So
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's the part that scares the shit out of me. So
Has Ryan had any trouble since getting it removed?
No, she's been good. She's been fine. So I mean, I know it doesn't happen with everybody, but there's still the possibility. So
yeah. Well, and also I guess we should just say, you know, I kind of mentioned this in my update. I don't, you know, if anybody saw that, but I said that we were going to be talking about complications and stuff like that. But it's not to scare anyone. It's just to really just make everybody informed, because especially with the gallbladder issue, I think there's a really high percentage if you're going to lose a lot of weight, if you're going to lose any weight. See, that was the other misconception that I had. I want to talk about that. I had some misconceptions going back, like my perceptions from last week and my perceptions from this week have changed with all of the things, like with Erica's whole situation when they were saying strictures. So I'm like, okay, but in my mind, that was one of those things where I thought, well, that's an early out problem. Like strictures, I always thought that strictures would happen within the first, you know, a couple of weeks, 6 weeks, maybe month to 6 weeks. But I'm completely wrong about that. I watched a few videos where people were getting them 11 months out, and, you know, it could happen at any time, supposedly. I guess it depends on how things are healing inside you. Sometimes there's little kinks. I know we're talking about the stones, not the kinks, but you can get a kink in the way kinky, and in the way I guess it like could fold or something. I'm not really sure how that works, but I have heard that can happen as well. So things can happen, and I was blissfully ignorant of that. I was like, okay, well, because I asked my surgeon, but I guess I think he thought I was talking mostly about leaks, because I said to him, because I don't know if you remember that marathon binge I did of watching every negative thing that happened right before surgery.
Oh, absolutely.
It was like I tortured myself. I was like in a Clockwork Orange. I put those things on my eyes and watched every horrible video from deaths to leaks to I mean, it was just a binge watch of every horrible video. And I said to him, well, how long do I have to go? You know, how soon before I'm out of the woods? And he said about 6 weeks. But I think he just meant leaks on that one.
Okay.
So, but ulcers can happen too. I mean, you know, all these things can happen. It just depends on a lot of different factors.
Oh no, absolutely, and that's the thing. Unfortunately, with the gallstones is not, you know, there's really no rhyme or reason to, you know, there's the pattern of the high weight loss, but then once you have the stones, there's no rhyme or reason then continually on what is going to trigger yours versus trigger mine versus my wife's or Erica's, whoever. It's all going to be done. It all triggers differently. So.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just muted myself because I had to blow my nose.
Okay.
But
hey, Jennifer did say that yes, Mamma Mia was there, so you're not hallucinating.
Oh, okay, cool. Because I just really was suspicious of that. I'm like, well, what's going on? And so what do we see? Oh, I'm looking at Tiffany's journey.
Yeah, Tiffany. I'm pre-op about 10 years ago. I had gallbladder issues. I had HIDA scan done. And it was determined I have a sludge in my gallbladder. They didn't take it out. My surgeon's not taking it out during. God, if you're still having issues and they've got that crap, why not take it out?
See,
what's funny is the HIDA scan.
Erica's getting that.
I was talking with Erica. She was asking me if I had that done, and I didn't have that scan done. I all I've had done, which was enough to determine, especially with what was the ultrasound. The CT scan really didn't show anything. So I did the barium test and did the CT, and
I'm sorry, dude. Can you elaborate? Hey, Tiffany, if you get a second when you see this, can you elaborate on what the HIDA scan does, or what it entails, or do you know, Andrew?
I don't. So yeah, if she can elaborate on that, that'd be great, because yeah, I'm really not aware of it. So
yeah, because I was busy chasing nurses through med school, so I really was not. I missed that class. The HIDA scan.
Yeah, Rob, my wife thinks she has stones, going to get it checked out. Yeah, I mean, the funny thing is if you have it and not, obviously I'm sure every hospital is going to be a little bit different. When I went to the ER, because that's how I had to really figure it out, was when I had felt like I was having a damn heart attack. But I went in and they were only going to do the CT scan, but my wife, who obviously she already went through the whole process, she suspected gallstones. So she said, no, make sure, because she was there with me, but she told the doctor there, no, have an ultrasound as well. Because that's how that's the best way for them one of the best ways, I should say, for them to determine if you have gallstones or not. So
always listen to the missus, people. Listen to the missus.
That's right. Hopefully she'll be able to join in here later on. She's putting the little one down for bed tonight, so we can get Scarlett asleep in time. She may come up and join and help elaborate as well about the pain that she went through and everything. Because I mean, she had hers removed. For everybody who's had any weight loss surgery, it's going to be the same process. It's still going to be laparoscopically, except thankfully you don't have to worry about a freaking pre-op diet and post-op diet. You're already doing well as far as the eating habits to begin with. But hopefully that if I have to have it done, that it's not so bad as far as the post-op procedure and recovery time. So
yeah, that was my question. Well, when if Ryan gets on, that'll be good. But and if anybody wants to chime in the comments about recovery time, what your experience was for recovery time.
Hers was about a week.
Okay.
Because I mean, thankfully at the time, I mean, so she's doing something similar, but she had an office job. So I think if you're in a position where you are doing more manual labor, more movement, then you're probably going to be delayed as far as getting back to work. But as far as a good recovery to where you can actually function, like, I mean, for me, I had my VSG on a Wednesday, and I was ready to go back to work Monday. I ended up going back to work Tuesday because I called my surgeons group on Monday and say, hey, I'm feeling great. Here's how I feel. Here's what I'm doing. Let me go back to work. So they let me go back to work. So
that you are a psycho. I remember that actually from your videos. You talking about that. And I was like, this guy's crazy. This guy's freaking Schwarzenegger. I'm ready. I go back to work. Yeah.
I've got no more stomach.
I just see you chewing on the other part of your stomach. Yeah, this is good. Because I was laid out, and I had a great experience, but I still man, it was a little hairy getting in and out of bed.
See, and that was I chilled out on you're well aware of the big, nice, comfy couch that we had in the family room. And I stayed there. I stayed there all weekend, and when I slept, I just kind of slept upright. So I was pretty comfortable and easy to get up and around. So, and I think a lot of it too was that on cue, that pump, that ball that I had.
Yeah, your ball.
The ball that I had, the ball sack that I carried around my neck. But honestly, that thing, I have a feeling that thing, I had no pain, so I felt great. And by the time it was time to remove it, everything was good. So,
wow, that's cool, man.
Tiffany did say they scanned me and then had me drink a cocktail of something that tasted like fat or straight oil. I had to lay flat on my back for 6 hours while they scanned me again. 6 hours.
Well, they scanned me. This sounds like a weird experience.
For 6 hours.
They scanned me for 6 hours. Wow, they made me drink and they scanned me.
Right,
This sounds like
exactly.
this sounds like some sort of strange penthouse letters alien abduction.
Dear Penthouse Forum.
I'm sorry, Tiffany. That sounds hella shitty.
That does sound awful. Megan Marquise mentioned as well a HIDA scan examines the entire abdominal area, pancreas, gallbladder, liver, stomach. They inject you with a dye to track any possible issues. So I think especially with what Erica's going through with the, issues swallowing and everything kind of slowing down, that makes sense to do that HIDA scan. I haven't had that issue, so
See, we were both confused, and thank you for clearing that up, Megan. It was Megan, I think you said.
yeah, Megan. Yeah, Megan mentioned that last. Yep.
Because when I heard that, I was like, well, and she had the same reaction. It's like, if it just, like, what do we care about the gallbladder if we're taking it out? But if it does more than that, it makes sense.
Yeah, it looks like it kind of tracks through the entire system. Hence why you have to wait for 6 hours. But that would fucking suck.
Oh my god, that Erica's gonna be happy to hear that test is gonna be a real doozy.
Oh shit!
Holy shit!
Oh,
Just drink some pure bacon fat and sit here while we probe you for 6 hours. Holy crap!
I'm getting a call from a random number, and I was hoping it was.
It's Jay. It's Jay's auto transport.
It's Jay's auto. I was really hoping. I was like, shit, that'd be funny as fuck.
Oh my god! I wish I wouldn't do that to TJ, but it would have been really funny if because I was joking around like we should have Jay on the show to get his side of the story.
Did he write?
Oh my god, no! I would never reach out to that lunatic.
No, not Jay. I was saying, did TJ write out? Come back, go get in touch with you and say, don't you fucking do that.
Oh no, I think he knows I would never do that. But he did. But he did. That was funny. That during that episode, that 50 Shades man, that he kept calling.
Oh my god, that was so funny.
And since we're talking about TJ, and let's just throw a shout out and say, I don't know, what do we say? We can't say break a leg. That would be wrong. We want to say have fun. Enjoy yourselves at the NSV retreat, right?
Yeah, that looks like it should be fun. I hope to see some good pictures and whatnot. So
yeah, that should be a hoot. I'm not exactly sure who's going. And we should mention that Tiny Teeny Christini was supposed to be on the show too.
Yeah,
we gave her like 3 hours notice, and apparently that's not enough because
what more do you want?
She's such a diva. And excuse me, I'm getting on a plane. So. Good. I hope you have a good time, Christina. So, but we definitely have to have her on the show because she's an interesting person and
absolutely.
So yeah, but she's having gallbladder issues too. So our thoughts are with her. Apparently, she's feeling good enough to go on zip line. So I'm glad to hear that. At least
absolutely. Yeah, take it easy.
And the Haneys are going to be there.
That should be fun.
So God only knows what's going to happen with Tanya, TJ. Is Phil going to be there? I think Phil's going to be there, right?
I don't know.
I
don't know. I haven't seen anything.
I don't know.
He's been pretty quiet on Facebook.
Yeah, he's MIA, and I'm gonna reach out to you, Phil, soon, because I'm trying to leave you alone. I know you got, you're up on the roof there with the hot mops, and but anyway, have fun, guys. So
yeah, absolutely. Damn, these geese!
What's going?
Shut the fuck up out here.
You gotta get the gun.
You hear that?
Get the fucking musket.
Seriously, I'm gonna go get my father-in-law's. Not before I have to get the rifle. I'll just get his BB gun. Just piss him off, get him away, because they're right out here. I'm like, Jesus, loud as hell. It's what you get out here in the country. But thankfully, I'm in a different setting. I'm still outside, but this is all nice and screened, so I don't have bugs eating me. So we're all good.
There may be bugs on some of you mugs, but there ain't no bugs on me. Thank you.
Let's see. We got Sosa Rider 84. What's up, everybody? How you doing? Tony VSG. It used to take me 8 minutes to recover. Now it takes an hour. Oh wait, what are we talking about?
Is he talking about sex?
I think so. That's his recovery time. Don't touch it. It's sensitive.
That's a great recovery time.
Yeah, exactly. Angie in Indiana. I just had the ultrasound and the HIDA scan Tuesday. The ultrasound showed stones. The HIDA scan contracts the gallbladder with an injection and measures how fast or how slow the gallbladder is working.
All right, cool. Thanks for that, Angie. So, Angie, did you have another 6 hour ordeal too? Were you just curious if you can Get back to
Right.
me. Might take a couple of minutes.
Now, Tiffany said, I was in my early 20s, so I don't remember much. My surgeon said it's actually safer for him to take it out after I lose, since I don't really have episodes much anymore, which is good. If you don't have too many flare-ups, then that's good. Only certain foods mess with me. I'm also having DS after I lose 100 pounds. Well, I would think if you're going in for DS at that time, I would hope that maybe once you're under for that they would remove it as well, Tiffany. That, to me, would make sense. So...
Wait, so is Tiffany? Tiffany's got quite a story here.
No joke.
We might have to get involved with Tiffany here, because that sounds like she's had probably. I'm guessing she's 10 years out, so I'm guessing she had RNY. It's a wild guess.
Could be, yeah.
Could be, and then she's getting revised to a DS. Maybe, yeah. Unless she's one of the real early sleevers, it's possible.
Right.
I've heard stories that there are sleevers that far out, but they're very few and far between, from what I understand.
Exactly. Now Adam Sleeving's back on. How you doing, Adam? He's 1 week pre-op. And Adam, comment, how you feeling? Because I know last week when we were talking a little bit about the pre-op diet, and you were only 1 day in. How are those shakes going, man? That shit sucks, doesn't it?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, poor Adam, man. So he's 1 week away, right? That's great.
He was hating life after 1 day of the shakes. I'm like, dude, wait till you get through 2 weeks, man.
Oh man, hang in there, Adam, man. Hang in there, brother.
But his pre-op ultrasound also showed gallstones. So thankfully, his surgeon's going to remove the gallbladders when he's having the procedure, which that's good because, see, that was the thing for me. I had no risk. I had no gallstones. Everything looked fine, so there was no reason for them to remove it, so I can understand. I mean, I don't blame them for not removing it. If they had a risk like, in Adam's case, then sure. Why not remove it when there's already the gallstones you're already under and recovering? So kill two birds with one stone. But
what I will say, though, in my situation was the same with my doctor as well, because I had, luckily did a lot of research, was paying attention, watching things on YouTube. So I knew to ask about the gallbladder.
Sure.
And it's weird how they kind of come in waves. Like there'll be a real quiet spell where you don't really hear too much about the community. And then boom, it seems like 5-6 people are getting hit with the gallbladder at the same time. It's really weird. But I guess that's the nature of the community because people get surgeries and, whatever. That made no sense, but it does seem to come in waves. But
right.
So I asked my doctor the same question. And then they did the ultrasound and he said the same thing. It's healthy. You look fine. Everything looks good. We don't want to remove something that's completely healthy. Down the line, if you have problems with it, we'll reconvene on that. But they did give me the medication, Actigol, which now there's some word that it only does about 30%. It only helps about 30%. In other words, it'll prevent stones from developing in about 30% of the people who take it. More or less, I don't know if that's true or not, but my contention is why the hell not? Why not at least if it gives me if it gives me 30% shields, Captain, I'll take it. It's better than getting hit with a photon torpedo. So,
but exactly. Well, it's funny is that's what I have been now prescribed after I was discovered I had gallstones, merely for the fact that it's supposed to help prevent them from developing further and also to help try and prevent flare-ups. So, I mean, keep going, keep taking it, take it.
I'm taking that shit until I can't take it anymore because they had said for 6 months, and I just hit my 6-month anniversary. November 10th. May 10th was my 6-month anniversary. So I'm going to keep taking it, though. I'm actually really glad that these things came up because I have my 6-month appointment with the surgeon in 2 weeks. I did the blood work the other day, and I will meet with the doctor in 2 weeks. So now I'll have a lot more questions than I did before. I'll tell you that much because I was like, 6 months. I'll just go in there and they'll weigh me. I'll say, they'll say, hey, you're awesome. I'll say, hey, thank you. I know. And see you in a year. But now I have a ton of questions because what I was researching in the long term with the strictures and all that kind of stuff, I mean, they're not going to be able to tell me whether or not anything can happen. But what I am interested in is this, and I'll get back to the Actigol in a second and remind me if I forget because sometimes I go off on tangents because there's voices in my head. But
no, really?
Yeah, really. And they talk to each other, they fight, they're arguing all the time. The thing I'm concerned about is the acid reflux because one thing that happened to my father when he was going through the cancer and everything, at some point they were looking at him and they said that he had a lot, he had damage from acid reflux, but he never had any symptoms. And that can also happen. They were telling Erica the same thing, that you could be sort of asymptomatic to it and not even realize that damage is being done. So, and if there's anybody out here who knows the answer to this question, are there any kind of tests that you can do to look at? And I don't know if a HIDA scale would do that or have anything to do, but if there are any tests that can have you look at acid reflux, damage, I don't know if it would be what that test would be, but I'm curious because that's one thing that has plagued me.
Okay.
And I know it's only been 6 months, but I never had any type of acid reflux before. And since surgery, since getting the sleeve, and I think that's a relatively common thing with the sleeve as well. The word on the street is that it can either take it away if you have it, make it better if you have it really bad, or sometimes bring it to you if you never had it before. And I think I'm in that boat.
Okay.
It's not terrible. I just take one omeprazole or omeprazole, however you pronounce it. It's basically generic Prilosec. I just take one of those a day. But if I don't, I'm in a world of hurt. It really sucks. And
Gotcha. Okay.
so I'm just curious to see if the pain that I'm feeling is when it gets really, really bad, but maybe I'm not feeling it all the time and maybe it's doing damage. I'm worried about that. So if anybody has an answer to that, please feel free to chime in.
Okay. Okay. Let me just circle back to some of the comments here to kind of bring everything together. VSG Billy just joined in. What's up, fam? How you doing, Billy? Welcome. Angie's was 2 hours, so thankfully not as bad, but still long enough. Hopefully you at least get to watch a movie or listen to music or some shit. Tiffany is not did not have any procedure before. She's a newbie. Just came across weird how I wrote it. She said I had gallbladder issues for 10 years. She's pre-op for her VSG now. So,
I'm sorry. I read that wrong. Okay. Apologies.
She said I was typing too fast. But she's pre-op for a VSG. So Tiffany, are you having VSG and then after 100 pounds lost from VSG, you're getting the DS? How? Because, I mean, I haven't heard too many situations where that's come up. Have you?
Where
you start off with a VSG and then you switch to a DS. I've seen some where people will start with a VSG and then go to an RNY, depending on their situation. But
a VSG DS from VSG is possible, sure. Because even my doc, that's actually one of the things my doctor told me. Which, he said if you don't get where you want to get with the sleeve, we could switch it to a DS. We could revise you to do a DS. And I was like, I'm okay for now. I'll see what happens.
It's proved pretty damn effective for you. So I did see in case you haven't missed it, if you have missed it, go check it out. Your update, you lost another 5 pounds this week. You want to talk about a rock star. The way you're losing, no. No, I trust me, I have nothing but love. Your journey is different than mine. I'm not jealous. I couldn't be happier for how you're losing and the amount that you're losing. It's fucking awesome.
Thanks, brother. That's a brother right there. That's a mensch right there. Thank you.
So it's awesome. I couldn't be happier for you, and I think it's great. You are killing it, and honestly, it's kind of making me think you wanted me to bring back Actigol, but kind of talking about that with your 6 month, you may be at the point where if it's been effective with the Actigol, yeah, maybe to still take it for a few more months, but you've lost enough at this point that I think from here on out, you're not going to lose as much of a total weight. So you may not be as much of a risk. You've been taking Actigol while you've been at a higher risk.
Right. Yeah, that is absolutely true.
Your risk as you're losing, your risk is becoming less and less. So
that is true. Yep, that is true. I'll talk to him about it, and if I don't see any reason why not to keep taking it. But on a side note about the Actigol, and we've mentioned this before, it's a pretty cool drug if you check it out. So it's Actigall. Ask your surgeon. Ask your surgeon about it. If you're pre-op, I would definitely recommend it. It can't hurt. It's covered. It's cheap. It's my insurance covers it. It's relatively cheap, so it's not like something crazy. It is definitely worth. I don't know if it's the only reason why I'm lucky, whatever, but I certainly recommend it, and I know a lot of people have taken it. But it's pretty cool too if you look it up.
I'm on the generic version too, so I mean you can get generic versions.
Yeah, and again, it's like ursudiol or ocidiol or whatever,
Yep.
and it you know it's like the Latin root of bear because supposedly it's like a synthetic version of bear's bile, and that they did this. Yeah, it's delicious. You know, I love bear bile in the morning. The supposedly it's that when bears go into hibernation, they lose a lot of weight.
Okay.
They're sleeping and they're not eating, and they just lose weight. And then when they come out for the winter, that's why they want to eat your babies because they're hungry. So be careful. Don't feed the bears. But that's why. So they experience this rapid weight loss. And some, I don't know, intrepid scientist or complete pervert was fiddling around with a bear one day and figured out that their gallbladders. Hey, boo-boo. Hey, boo-boo. Get your finger out of my behind. But apparently this guy was...
You almost made me spit beer out my nose.
I don't know what this guy was doing, why he was looking at this bear's insides. But they figured out that the bear's gallbladder is different, and they don't produce stones the way we would normally would with this rapid weight loss. So
sure.
No bears are harmed during the making of the drug. It's a synthetic compound. So check it out, guys. Actigol, look it up. Ask your surgeon. You know, and as far as I know, there aren't really any side effects from it. So
sure.
do the research on that for yourself.
No, absolutely. Mom and Me VSG is back, so glad to have you back on the show. Welcome, glad you're watching. Megan and Angie both said the same thing you were asking about, and getting an EGD done. They can check for acid reflux and damage. Angie takes Prilosec and Zantac, but then Megan had mentioned as well they'd be able to tell if there was any damage done to the lining of the stomach or the esophagus. So yeah, I mean, I would certainly suggest that when you go in, ask them about having an upper endoscopy done.
Yeah, I mean, I'll see if they'll just do it for shits and giggles. They might, you know, but because you're
normally put under for that too. I don't know if you had it done. Did you have one pre-op?
No, I actually didn't, and I was curious about that because a lot of people. That's another thing that happens. A lot of people get that EGD done, and I never got the EGD done, and I was kind of like worrying about that. Because I was at 2 facilities, and the first one didn't do it, and the second one didn't care. So I was like, okay, but I was kind of curious because that's also where I hear a lot of people get checked for H. pylori, and I was having like some weird stomach issues before that had lasted like on and off for years. So I was actually concerned about an ulcer going in too.
Oh shit.
And I had always heard that if you have any kind of ulcer, it's a no-go. Like you're a no-go for launch at that point. They have to wait. But I even talked to my surgeon about some of the stomach issues that I was having, and he was like, fuck it, we'll cut you right up. Don't worry about it.
Hey, if you're cool with it, all right, yeah. Fine by me.
We'll heat up a spoon.
Going back to Adam real quick, because we were asking him about his shakes and stuff. He said today is brutal. Day 1 of only shakes. Dude, I was on 2 weeks of only shakes. You've already had a week, and today's the only day of only shakes, man. Lucky you. He says I really may end up in jail. Dude, it is the only shakes part is a mental fuck. It screws with you so much, because to me, and I talked about this in detail during some of my last pre-op videos, where I just craved something to chew. I was craving meat. I wasn't craving anything bad. I didn't any pop, soda. I didn't want candy or ice cream. I wanted a steak. I wanted a piece of chicken. I wanted something that I can sit and have savor, other than something that's just gonna, some fluid going down my tongue.
You do realize you're torturing this poor guy right now, right?
I know. I'm trying to go through.
He's like, shut the fuck up. Stop saying steak. Stop saying me.
La 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 la. I don't do anything. La 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 la. Yeah, pretty much. But it sucks. It really sucks. I feel for you, man. Hang in there, because those. But here's the thing, and I will say this, Adam: if you can get through these 2 weeks, everything else is so much easier. Those 2 weeks were and still are, by far, those were the 2 hardest weeks mentally, as far as the eating, because I still had to be on liquids for a while after the surgery, but during your recovery and how you feel, it's a totally different ball game. So hang in there.
Yeah, brother, you're gonna have a Nosferatu existence after surgery. Like, what is food? Food means nothing to me. I have lived for 10,000 years. Well, what is this food? So you'll be all right on the other side. It's just that it's a real bihatch, when you still have your full stomach.
Yep.
When you're still normal.
Exactly. And Tiffany mentioned a few minutes ago, she said she has her VSG on June 1st. So awesome. You've only got a couple weeks to go. Hang in there.
Sweet.
And then after she drops 100 pounds, she's going to have DS. She said it's safer for my weight to do it in 2 parts. So that's
cool.
fine. Hey, that's what you got to do. Then that's awesome. Go for it.
That's good to go. And is the option on the table for you to say, hey, sleeve is enough for me? And because let me be the first to tell you, there's nothing you can't do. And there obviously, I mean, it depends on how much you have to lose.
Sure.
But I was a big boy. I had to lose 250. Look at Jim Haney. He's my. I have his poster on the wall. You can't see it, but he was like over 600 pounds, and he lost 350 pounds on a sleeve.
Yeah, exactly.
So it can be done. So if for any reason you feel like hey, I'm good with what I got, it's up to you. I'm not trying to steer you out of a DS, but
Right, but I mean, I guess it just depends. Yeah, I mean, if it's effective enough for you that you're able to continue on, then why not? Because, like I said, now obviously, her, it's fitting with her name, Tiffany's Journey. So her journey may just need that, which is fine.
Yeah,
so,
I know it's true, but
so,
I just sometimes wonder because I think it's like they did the same thing to me at the surgery place. Well, you have a lot of weight to lose. You might consider well, actually, in my case, they didn't tell me that. I've heard that though, but they told me I was too big for the bypass. I'm like, what are you talking about? I watch the 600-pound life every day. They're doing this thing, but they just felt like it would be a little bit more risky to do it that way. I was hell bent on the sleeve going in, and I expected them to give me some sort of argument, but they never really did.
Oh, that's good.
But my surgeon really was, he said a few times, well, let's face it, if you get down to like 280, that would be great. And then if you want to get, if you feel like, if you gain some weight back and you're over 3 again and you want to go for the DS, we can do that. And I was like, I ain't having that. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Okay? Ain't nobody got time for that.
Now, I'm going all the way. Okay. So
exactly.
So I already beat my surgeon's goal. I'm at 271 right now.
Dude, that's a rock star, dude. That's fucking awesome. Let's see. Joey G, VSG Joey G, just had my gallbladder out on May 1st, and it was brutal. Much faster recovery, though, than VSG was. My doctor said I should have it out much sooner and was surprised it lasted he lasted as long as he did. Cool thing is that his doc was the same that did his sleeve, which I think was the same. I was talking with Erica. She told me that the same person that performed her VSG is also going to perform the gallbladder surgery at some point down the road. So,
yeah, I think that's a cool thing. Did I miss Joey J? I didn't even see him post. That's great, man.
Just a moment ago, and I asked him too because he didn't say. I wasn't sure how long ago was his VSG. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Joey G's an old school veteran. What's up, Joey G?
Yeah, he said, get that thing out. You don't want to have an episode. They suck. Oh, yeah. I've had 3 in about a month and a half. They do suck. I can attest to that.
But I'm crazy because Joey G was one of the people at WSFA who was talking to me about the gallbladder because the first night I'm just clutching my side going, oh, God. So everybody was concerned, and I was too. But I didn't know, Joey, that you just had it like May. What were we there? What was it? What was the date on it? April 10th. So I thought you'd already had it removed. That wasn't. I didn't realize
he was having 2 weeks.
Yeah,
2 weeks ago.
Oh, right. Well, my God, man. So it's running rampant because I know another person in the community, Lindsay Hasty. She just had it a couple of weeks ago. It's a lot of people getting it. So thanks again, Joey, for watching, and great time in WSFA with you. It was nice to meet you.
Yeah. Tiffany went back. She said, yeah, she can change her mind afterwards. She said that she thinks it's really her surgeon's point that she may not need it. So, well, that's good. So, really kind of you'll know what you want to do when you get to that point. So, if you feel that it's necessary or not.
I just feel like anything is possible. Yeah, anything is possible with any of the surgeries. You see great success with any one of them. So, sky's the limit, I think.
Exactly. Somebody else just KC VSG just chimed in. That's a new one to me. So KC, welcome. Oh God, I'm having surgery June the 12th, and gallbladder attacks scare me the most. I mean, and we mentioned this before, if you have any risk for it, if that's something that they can determine, if they're able to, just get it removed the same time that they have the surgery, because it should be pretty straightforward, pretty easy. So.
And there's also, I think, another misconception I think that's out there, and is that if you have a lot of weight to lose, you might be more at risk, and I think that might be true, but from judging from some of the numbers that I've seen, like Haney lost 350 pounds. I'm at like 229. I'm seeing people who have lost a lot. Like I'm pretty sure Spano has her gallbladder too. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure she didn't get it removed though.
Yeah, she might. I'm not entirely sure myself.
She dropped a shit ton. So there's people out there on 100 pounds. Like Erica's lost 100 something pounds. So I don't think you should let your doctor, because unfortunately Erica asked her doctor at the time, and he told her, no, I don't think you're gonna worry about that. So I'm wondering if the doctor even had that misconception that, well, that's only for people who have a lot to lose. So I would I'll honestly insist that you get that Actigol, because it can't hurt.
No, especially for having it right away after your surgery. Go for it. Absolutely. Let me see here. Yeah, Tiffany said my surgery center also does only 1 day liquid diet due to many patients coming in dehydrated. Oh wow. So she only has a 1 day liquid diet pre-op. You are lucky. You want to talk about somebody who you could really piss off those in the community. Don't mind you with your massive amounts of weight loss. Not having to go through 2 weeks. Oh dear Lord, that would be awesome. But
I mean, I've heard some people. Usually the Mexicali way. I've heard
they only have a few days, maybe.
Yeah. That's a pretty cool thing.
Yeah,
which I remember. Oh, I'm sorry to cut you off. I remember in the beginning, I was like, wait a minute, what's going on here? How come some people are getting 3 days and I'm getting freaking 2 weeks? What's the fucking story with this? Is this such a joke? What's the story?
Exactly. Yeah, because I was 2 weeks too. I was like, this is bullshit. Mom and me said yes. She's starting her 2 week liquid pre-op this Tuesday. So she's talking to Adam, hang in there. She's saying, hang in there, Adam. You hang in there as well, because it's coming. But she also said, by the way, if you can start doing this now, that's good on you. Today is day 4 with no caffeine. She said, I'm happy to report that no one has been hurt or maimed yet.
I was 100% caffeine free at the same. I have not had a cup of coffee in a year now.
Jesus.
1 fucking year since I had a cup of coffee. I mean, I don't expect anybody to follow this, but if you want to, like Billy's my disciple. Billy, if you can do this, he's gonna crush the 112, Billy. So good on you, brother.
Yes.
But these are some of the things. Like I drink nothing but water. Well, water or whatever, however you want to say it.
You'll have water. You'll have every once in a while. You'll have one of those vitamin water zeros every once in a while.
Okay, yes, I stand corrected. I have had a few vitamin water zeros.
You've had nothing but 0-calorie beverages, though.
That's it. And the zero water is rare. It's like I was doing a little bit more as I early out, because I felt like I needed like more vitamins than that. But pretty much water straight, no tea, no coffee, and.
Dude, that's good for you, because I still, and I'm not one day like I need it every morning, but there'll be mornings where I want coffee, and I'll still have coffee. Hey, and if you're having, and hey, let's be honest, we're all part of this community. If you have days where you need to take a dump, have a coffee. Because I had, I don't care, TMIs, take it what you will. A couple days ago, I had 2 sips of coffee, and I was like, oh, time to go. So.
And Lynette is saying the gallbladder surgery was nothing compared to the VSG, so that's always good to know in case you do have to have it removed. And what does Adam say? I'm having the SIPS procedure.
Yeah, he was talking about
that's right.
That's right.
Yeah.
Plus the Loop DS. Interesting.
That's right. I started watching your video, Adam, and I have to finish watching that. And actually, I do want to apologize to everybody. I'm having some issues. I watched a lot of videos on my little handheld device, and I updated this thing. It's a 100-year-old freaking iTouch that I watched the videos on. And then I made an update to YouTube, and it's like totally crapped out my whole thing. And so now I can't comment on video. I can't do it, so I have to actually go onto the computer and sit there. And it hurts my back and shit. But that procedure sounds really interesting to me. So actually, Adam, maybe we should have Adam on and we should talk about that SIPS procedure. Maybe at some point, Adam, if you're feeling better and you want to talk about it.
Absolutely. Hit us up on Facebook.
Yeah, he's pretty close, right?
Yeah, he's only about a week out at this point. So
yeah, he's like, is he post-op or
no? He's got about a week until his surgery.
Right. So maybe when you're healed up and you're a little bit feeling better, you can give us a rundown on that, because I'm really curious about that.
Yeah, no, absolutely, I agree. So yeah, and Mom and me, I'm going to Mexico, and I have 2 weeks. What's this 3-day crap?
Oh shit! Sorry,
they must have changed it on you. Sorry, hope you didn't get your hopes up. We don't know. We didn't go to Mexico, so sorry.
Well, you can hang out in Cancun.
Well, I guess it depends on where you go in Mexico too. It could be at different places. Want to excuse me, handle things differently.
I'm trying to write this joke really quickly, but about being in Mexico, not being able to drink the water, and being on a liquid diet. Just throwing it out there. What the fuck do you do?
Clear the system.
It's Montezuma's revenge.
Oh, that's a mind fuck right there. That's good. That's good.
You gotta get a lot of bottled water, I guess, so you're gonna be boiling it or something. I don't know.
Hey, I want to go back to this because Tony VSG posted this early in the discussion, and I commented, I told him I would cover it real quick. He was asking a serious question: what are men with WLS supposed to drink that's healthy? Well, and he talks drink in uppercase letters. So
Shirley Temple
talking about drink.
Shirley Temple.
He said all the girls drink Skinny Girl. What's the masculine equivalent? Tony, there's really not a masculine equivalent, and that Skinny Girl stuff is super low in the alcohol anyway. So if the point of drinking is to actually just enjoy whatever it is that you're drinking, that Skinny Girl stuff, if you want to get a buzz or get drunk or whatever, that Skinny Girl crap isn't going to do it unless you're going to drink 2 bottles on your own. Then whatever. But you're going to find that whatever it is that you're drinking, you're not going to need to drink nearly as much as before. So if you drink vodka, you can have much less and get the same effect. So I'm not promoting it. It is, I'm having a beer right now, but I know I've learned my limits and tested my limits and realized where I'm comfortable. But there's no male equivalent for, a low carb, unless you want to drink a bunch of, Budweiser, what is it? The Michelob Ultras, whatever.
You need to reach under your kilt, laddie, grab your testicles, and get some scotch in you. Get some scotch, laddie, like Glenlivet.
Well, honestly, I'm talking to a buddy of mine here who's a part of the homebrew club here in West Virginia. We're talking about doing like this big. We're going to age this big high ABV beer, and we're talking about aging it on a good scotch. And I said, well, I want to get a good scotch, so I'm thinking about going to get like a Glenlivet 12 or something like that, and we're going to age it with a little bit of oak chips on Glenlivet. And
oh, that sounds great, laddie. Hey, you're tickling me dangus.
But I just made.
Or you
I
could
made it.
fucking hang on a second, laddie. You could fucking go for a fine Jameson's too now. Jameson's the right side. Make sure you get the right side whiskey. You know what I mean? Jameson. I mean those are relatively low in calories, right?
Well, they're not technically. I mean, unless you're. Well, I guess if you're only having a shot or two over the course of it.
You'll get fucking shit faced. You won't have to worry about it.
Oh, really? It will. I'd have to look at it a little bit further, but I did mention, and I told you, I messaged you over the last weekend. I made a new friend this weekend, and his name is Tito.
That's right.
I made a new friend. His name is Tito, as in Tito's Handmade Vodka. Oh my God, this stuff is so good. Wow. I mean, I've tried. I've had I've had your Smirnoffs and your Grey Goose, and this stuff was just so smooth. It's so I took a sip and I'm like, oh, you are gonna fuck with me so bad.
You were like Jim Morrison, ride the snake, baby. You were out there, huh?
Exactly.
Yeah, I've never tried Tito, but I had Jermaine and I had Michael, and they were amazing. But hey, what's up? Do you think maybe Ryan will come on, or probably not?
At this point, I have a feeling she probably fell asleep when she was trying to put Scarlett to bed too. So
okay, well, you kind of brought her perspective around and her her recovery time and her pain level. I remember her saying that the pain level was pretty intense. Like I think she said she'd rather have another child, basically, right?
Yep. Yeah. Exactly. Let's see. Exactly. She said she would much rather go through the pain that she had because with childbirth, but she had like I said, she had the epidural, so that certainly helped.
Right.
Let me see. We got a few more comments. Get a new me. VSG said she's got 3 weeks 3 weeks pre-op. Wow, 3 weeks, and then 3 weeks, and it starts on the 20th. So you're getting really, really close too. So welcome. Well, damn. Good luck on that. 3 weeks. I have heard a couple people who've had 3 weeks and 4 week ones, and I'm like, man, 2 weeks was enough for me. 3 weeks, man, I'd be
3 weeks.
I'd be going ape shit crazy.
Man, 3 weeks is that's just. Oh my God, are you getting it done at Gitmo, Guantanamo Bay?
No shit. When you have to go that long, no kidding.
Shit. You get waterboarded with that surgery? What the hell is that?
No shit. Angie, I'm going to see if my surgeon will take my gallbladder out during my bypass, so no stones. But working at lowest capacity, my pre-op diet is 2 protein shakes a day and a lean meat dinner with all the veg I want for 7 days. You are lucky, Angie, because mine was not including that. Yeah, I would have loved, if I knew that I was going to have, a lean meat at the end of the day, I would have gladly taken, shakes the rest of the day. So.
Yeah, any kind of meat would have been fine.
And she found out today that she doesn't have to wait another 6 months for it because she was having that issue where she was worried about how long. So, yes, very good.
Congratulations. That's really good news.
So, let's see here. Yeah, because my pre-op diet was like 3 to 4 protein shakes a day, this nasty vegetable protein soup that I couldn't stand that shit. The only thing I got to chew on was the same flavor of protein bar for 2 weeks, and I could only chew. That was the only thing I could chew on, but it was just protein shakes and that nasty protein soup. Fucking oh my God, I hated that stuff. So I despise. That's the one thing I despise. That soup was so nasty.
It sounds awful. It sounds pretty bad.
Casey, she's going to Mexico as well. She has 7 days, so she's happy it's not. So, sorry, Mom and me. She is going to Cabo, though. So, Mom and me is going to Cabo. She said, Cabo, and yes, I've wondered myself about drinking the water. I promise I will let you know when we get back. Please do.
I guess, obviously, I guess you got to bring a lot of pre-made, protein shakes.
Yeah, exactly. Pre-made shakes, a hot plate to boil the water, a Brita filter, and everything else. So,
exactly.
Get a new me's going to Mexico. So, wow, Mexico, you're getting anywhere from 4 days to 3 weeks.
Yeah, no rhyme or reason to that.
I mean, I know the shorter one was always the Mexicali Surgery Center. That was where I know Less of Sarah had hers. And that one was that I think that one was a shorter period though.
Yeah, I don't remember. I mean, I remember her losing like I think she lost like 40 something pounds pre-op,
Hmm.
but I think that was due to like waiting, and then I don't remember how what her liquid diet was.
No, me neither. Me neither. And Get a New Me is going to Mexico, so yeah, that's I guess it just depends on where you're comfortable, where you plan on having it done, and yeah. So we've got a few. Yeah, we got a few people we got to check up on here because I want to see because a lot of people here are getting started on their pre-op diets and got a few people here. So with a lot of these pre-op diets going on, it seems like there's going to be a few of these folks that are getting started and having their surgeries here within the next 2-3 weeks or so. So
Yeah, it's great. It's exciting. Congratulations,
welcome,
guys.
an early salute and
Salud.
welcome
Salud.
to
And
the
this goes,
losers bench.
welcome to the line. I'm going to talk a little bit like Robert De Niro now because Sister Scaleback made a personal request. So hello, and it is also the 30th anniversary of Goodfellas, so go out and buy it, please. And I'm saluting you with my H2O.
Hey, there's water in this. Water is a key component in the making of beer. So
That is true. That is true.
there's just a lot of hops, barley, and yeast in there as well. So let me see. Oh, and well, taste like drinking and stuff. I posted. I just posted it because I didn't put an update out last week. I did put an update out. Like it probably went live in a couple of hours even before the show started. But on my channel, I did a quick taste test video. I guess I'll talk while Walter goes drain the lizard. I did do a quick taste.
You wish. No, I just got my back is killing me. I got to get up.
Oh, no problem, dude. So yeah,
I don't want you to see me in my bloomers.
But no, I did. I posted a picture on my Facebook page where I just got a bunch more protein that we ordered on Amazon. So I did a quick taste test of each because I did a couple of taste test videos previously of Quest bars, and yeah, I wanted to do some protein shakes as well. So I'm going to have those kind of posting over the next few weeks or so. But I need to order some Quest bars because I can't find any out here at least immediately. I did do some, like I went to a couple different grocery stores in the area and I can't find any Quest bars. And sorry, Jim, I know he's not watching right now, but whatever. I do enjoy my Quest bars. So
What was that? What was the new flavor actually? Wasn't there a new flavor of Quest bar?
the last one I knew about was s'more. I don't know about any other one since.
Oh, I think Tanya posted it. It looked good. I can't remember what it was.
A new one to me at least recently. I picked it up before we moved was coconut cashew. And
Ooh, that sounds good. I never heard of that one.
That was
wait. I think I did. Yeah, I think I did hear that one. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh no, it's
good,
probably been around for a while, but that was a new one to me, and that was pretty damn good. So yeah, I want to order some more. So thankfully a lot of it's on Amazon. So love having Amazon Prime. So
Yeah, that's a cool thing. Yeah.
mm-hmm.
You get the drone that comes and just drops it off at your door.
Exactly. I remember seeing you heard about when they launched the drone or they announced the drone service. I saw like maybe a day or two later, somebody quickly came up with a meme that said this will be, 90% of the drone's delivery for men, and it was a box of condoms.
It's true. I need it right away. How soon can you get here, drone?
Exactly. Let's see here. I didn't even say hey, but Gastric Tiger was. I don't know if he hasn't commented at all since, but he was here early on in the show. So
what's up, Scott? Thanks for watching, brother. Always a pleasure.
Yeah, let's see here. Yeah, because we got a few. Like I said, Jennifer was. She might still be on. She commented an hour ago, but then she went silent.
She's now. What's the story with that?
What's that?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we should plug. We have to plug. It's the season finale. How can we?
It is.
We got to plug Jennifer. Sorry, Jennifer. We're slow. We're rusty tonight. I don't know what it is.
Well, we've really been focusing on, this topic with the gallstones because it is a major concern, and we're talking with all the new folks and talking about what they've got going on, and we've got good content tonight, damn it.
Yeah, all right. So I'm not sorry, God damn it. I should
Sorry,
have
not sorry.
said, and I apologize for saying that horrible "gee damn it" thing. I don't use those kind of words. I apologize. But yeah, so always watch, especially this weekend because it's the season finale. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be a cliffhanger. I'm not sure. Something's going to explode, but it's Naked Truth is 9 o'clock Sunday, right?
9 o'clock on Sunday. They're taking a break I think they said they're going to come back in September. They're going to have all these people on, but they didn't even bother to say, "Hey, do you and Walter want to be on?" Maybe?
Oh no. It's nobody cares about us.
No, I mean they're going to have the Haneys on. I think TJ's going to be on. I mean they're going to have all these people on, but
no, they just want
fuck the Fat Kings. Forget us.
No, they just want kings and people who've been on the Kings and not the Kings.
They want the former Kings. They want the old guard. All those
the real kings. Yeah, we're just like absentee landlords. But anyway, all joking aside, go watch The Naked Truth, 9 o'clock Sunday, and as well, we always plug our sisters and brothers over at the 50 Shades of Maintenance.
Yes,
and they're on Wednesday nights at 9 Eastern as well, right?
Yeah, they usually run from like 9 to midnight typically, so that's a...
Midnight? You're lucky if it's midnight. You're talking 2, 3 in the morning.
Yeah, that's true.
But it's quality entertainment. Strap yourself in.
But I haven't been able to finish it because it seems like whenever TJ's on, basically strap in for like 3-4 hours, because TJ was on Naked Truth last week, and that shit went on for like 3.5 hours.
That's his MO. He's been doing this for years now. Even when he came on with us, you're like, you're going late, you two, because I'm here.
Exactly.
So that's how it works.
It's always going to happen.
It's in his contract, and he has a writer, and it has condoms and all kinds of and then Gentleman Jack is in his writer as well.
Oh, absolutely. Exactly. Megan Marquise, who's been commenting throughout the night, she's scheduled for her VSG on June 15th.
Nice.
I went to join in the losers events. Wow. I mean, honestly, I think we're looking at least a half a dozen people watching tonight who are going to be getting cut up here in the next month, which is awesome.
That's great. And so, guys, if you have any questions, you can always hit me or Andrew up on Facebook. I'm VSG Walt on Facebook.
Well, no, if you search for you're probably easy to search on Walter B. Sleeved.
This is true. You can do it that way. Walter B. Sleeved. I is Walter B. Sleeved.
Yep, and mine is Andrew VSG Spike. I actually if you go to my YouTube channel, I post a link to my Facebook account on at the bottom of all of my videos. So if you go to the description, I always have a link to my Facebook, so you can always add me, friend requests, message me. Always happy to answer any questions and talk to you folks. So
actually, we should start doing this at the beginning of the show. I always forget to say this, but we should say how far out we are. I mean, I talked about being 6 months out this week. I'm VSG. We're both VSG. And Andrew, how many months are you now? 11?
I'm
8, right? 9?
No, 8, 9. September, so October, November, December, June.
So carry the 1 divided by 6.
May. I'm getting close to 8 months out. Because mine was on the 23rd, so I'm pushing a week and a half away from being about 8 months out.
Oh, sweet.
Holy crap, that's crazy. I need to do, and I still, which is funny, is I have yet to post these pictures, and I need to take some. I do pictures and measurements almost every month, where I did pictures like back in August, and looking at the side-by-sides on some of these are pretty fucking crazy.
I'd be very interested in those measurements.
Yes, you would. Well, you'd be more interested in the pictures too.
Yes,
I'm literally just in my boxers, bitch.
The pictures of you measuring are the ones I really want to see the most.
But yeah, no, it's pretty crazy when I look at those, because it really, I mean, I look at that and I feel like I'm whether if I'm having a bad couple of weeks as far as my what I'm looking at on the scale. The measurements usually will still have some adjustment, and then I always look back at those pictures, and it's fucking crazy.
Yeah, that's really good advice, and it's something I kept meaning to do. I just kept forgetting to do the measurements, and I think that's a good thing to do. So everybody on pre-op, I think that's a really good tip. It's one I regret doing. I wish that I had started measuring at before surgery or at my heaviest, because there are going to be weeks that you're struggling, you're in a stall, and the measurements will really help you realize how far you come.
Yeah, I mean, and I keep mine pretty simple. I have a neck measurement, I did a chest measurement, and I did a stomach measurement. You can do whatever. I mean, have at it, whatever measurements you want to keep in track. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely something to have. And if you're able to do some, do some selfies, and you don't have to post them, but hold on to them and have them, and make sure to note, like, if you do these pictures, do like a front picture and a profile picture, and hold on to those and note those when you take these pictures, so you can look back and say, if I took a picture on the 14th, you can do it 3 months, 4 months, however long later, do another picture on and around the 14th, and you can do those. Look at those side by side, because it's awesome. It's such a good feeling when you do that, and you can see that difference. So like I said, I still keep talking about wanting to post these pictures, but I haven't. But I'll still go and look at them, and it's awesome, because I really can see. I mean, a lot of people, doing my videos and doing my updates, they'll say, I really see it in your face, which, sure, I mean, because this is really what you're seeing while I'm doing the show. But when I've looked at, full body and, these comparison shots that I've had done, then you really see, holy shit, the difference that I've made.
I had to go run quickly, because between me and the lamppost, I'm not wearing pants. But I had to go and grab. This is my marker right here.
That is your marker. You need to get. You need a new. Oh my God.
No, I will not. I'm wearing this till I hit goal, and people who've seen the picture or have seen it on me. This belt will keep going on screen until.
Oh.
He goes going. Up there it is. And if you can see the notches on his belt.
Oh my God! All those holes. You had to cut a couple of holes when you visited us too.
I actually need a new one, but I think it's a great thing to do, and it's so funny because like now it's like literally behind me, like really behind me.
Right.
And I just that's the way I keep. Okay, so should the day come when the scale is messing with my head, I'm just gonna look at that belt and know.
Exactly. You're doing something right. Exactly. So, and I had a little bit of an NSV today. I mentioned it to you before we went on. I ran to the store real quick. I ran, as real quick as you can out in the middle of nowhere here. It's about a 20-minute drive out. But I ran to Walmart, and I wanted to get, a couple of shirts and stuff. Because I know I posted the picture doing the kind of the Star Wars theme. So I went and picked out a brand new Star Wars shirt, got some Darth Vader action. But I picked up a shirt right off the rack. I didn't have to worry about it. I didn't have to try it on. It was a nice feeling. And then I felt a little adventurous, so I grabbed another shirt this is a 3X. I know I can comfortably grab a 3X at this point, and I'm good. But I felt adventurous, and I bought a brand new 2X shirt. And I tried it on. And I'll give the description that I gave Walter before the show. It's like one step below a sausage casing feeling. So slightly more comfortable than that feeling. And if you've tried on a really tight shirt, you know what I'm talking about. It's one step below that. I mean,
that's great, brother. I'm
cool with that. I'm cool with that. So I'm getting there.
That's right. And I did the same thing. I started buying stuff one step below. Because you're going to get there real soon. I mean, it's only a matter of time.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And then it's nice to treat yourself and have something that you want and then fit into it. It's a good feeling,
No, absolutely. Let's see here. We got, holy crap, I just missed a whole shitload of comments. Ooh. Tamara, you need to message me that Groupon has a deal on Quest bars. It's like $2 a piece.
Get out of here.
Oh, the new flavor, Gastric Tiger and Lynette message. I figured Gastric. Okay, he's still watching. And if anybody knew the new flavor, mint chocolate chip. I need to go find me some mint chocolate chip.
That's the one, mint chocolate chip. I remember seeing that going, oh, that looks good.
Lynette said they are yummy, so I got to go try that here. So.
And KC, funny how? Funny like a clown? What, I amuse you? What the fuck is so funny about me? KC, I hear you.
Let's see. Gastric. Oh, so he just got he's talking beer, man. Oh, and is he coming? I think he's coming to OH. I had to ask him about that. He just said he got the Sriracha beer, and this is from a place out in Portland, Rogue. They did a Sriracha stout. I tried that as well. Waiting for a pizza night. Yeah, you can wait for a pizza night. It's really not that bad. You could really try it at any time, dude, because it's got a little bit of a spicy kick, but it's not like, holy crap, this is really, really hot. So give that one a shot because it's a good one. And he's loving the shirt. He says he has one like it in gray.
I love the shirt too, by the way. You know me.
He also has a playing card shirt that has Iron Man and Ultron on it.
Very that's nice. Sweet.
See, did
you see Avengers 2, by the way?
I haven't. No,
I haven't either. I'm going to lose. They're going to revoke my geek membership because I didn't go see it yet.
I know. And what's funny is I don't know how soon I'm going to be able to go see it, but tomorrow I'm probably going to go to the movie theaters. I'm going to take Ryan to go see Pitch Perfect 2.
Oh, so, that's a good one.
I don't mind it. I thought the first one was pretty funny. So
yeah,
and I'm a big fan of Flula. If you ever watch Flula on YouTube, he is in this movie all over the place. So
really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
But yeah. So
now let me ask you a question. When your gallbladder attacks,
sure.
Just getting back to the stones, man. You mentioned that spicy food. So if you had a Sriracha beer, would you be in the hospital? Or it's not that spicy?
I don't know. I mean, that's the thing. What's funny is that when I had the Sriracha beer, that was maybe only 2 months ago.
Okay.
When I had the Sriracha beer, so who knows? I mean, that very well could have. And I gotta switch gears here because Billy, he's a little over a week till surgery, and he's 109 down.
Yes, Billy's gonna do it. I know, Billy, you're gonna crush it, baby. You're gonna crush it.
I think I'm gonna hit that 112.
Yeah, he's got it.
Billy.
You got it in the bag, Billy. You got it in the bag because he's on a liquid diet right now.
Oh, at this point, absolutely. If he's
right? It's in the bag. He's a
little over a week left. So yeah, Billy, make sure that morning when you get to the hospital, before you get under, say, hey, give me a scale.
Yeah, you tell him I'm a weight loss surgery legend. I want a picture of that fucking scale.
I got a record I need to tear down. Give me a scale and a camera. I need to take a picture of this shit.
It's going in the WLS Hall of Fame with my belt. It's like, I'll be under yours, Billy. You got your belt. That's great, man.
Exactly. That is freaking awesome, dude. I'm looking forward to seeing that. Let's see here. Oh, Seahorse for you, VSG, joining late tonight. Hey, and we're we're playing a little late, but hey, we're having a good time. So
no, we're not trying. And just in case, we are not. No one can compete with 50 Shades. We're not trying to do a marathon.
No.
It's just that Andrew is finally in a place where he can talk, because if you've watched the last couple episodes, he's been right outside the missus' window where his wife and his daughter are trying to sleep. So, but now he's on the other side of the house, and he can drink and hang out with everybody. And
I got a nice big space. It's all nice and screened in. I don't have the bugs eating me up. So
yeah, I'm not used to you. You're usually going like this, but
exactly. By the end, you see all this flailing around. It's not Marcus. It's just the fucking bugs.
Oh, Marcus, I love you, man. You're such a sweetie.
So glad she was able to join in. So definitely, if you're catching it late, be sure to go back and watch it again, because we got into some good discussion regarding the gallbladder. The plague of gallbladder issues that have been coming across our fair kingdom.
Yeah, Lori had. I think, Lori, correct me if I'm wrong. Did you have both knees replaced? I think she had both knees replaced.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, so she's got some stories to tell. But she came to WSFA alone and met everybody. She's a sweetheart. So always good to hear from you, Lori. Nice meeting you.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to, especially, like I said, I've been talking with a few other folks. I'm really, really looking forward to OH come up, because That's going to be a really good time. I know we're not talking. We didn't get a speaking gig, but I'm basically I've created my event. You're going to be there, so it's going to be. I'm turning it into a Fat Kings event where we're going to go on a little bit of an outing on Saturday.
I'm hoping I'm still like. Well, I mean, I'm hoping I'm still a Fat King. They might throw me off. I might be too skinny. They might have to throw me off the way we made fun of Phil. Like, I'm a skinny, you skinny fuck. What are you? But yeah, no, I can't wait for OH, man. I'm really excited. And
somebody suggested it a couple of weeks ago, and I may have to look into this because they said it looks like there's enough people at this point who want to go on this little, bar crawl with us that I may look into, especially with the amount of people, getting, kind of one of those small like party buses.
Oh, no.
Well, only because
danger, Will Robinson.
Well, I know, yes, I know, I realize danger, totally. But at the same time, that way we don't have to have all these vehicles going from one to another.
Yeah, we look like swingers. You ever see swingers where they're all driving cars?
Yes.
There's like 10 cars going.
So, I mean, we can try to, even if we were going vehicles, we can at least all kind of consolidate where we can have, 4 or 5 folks to a car. But, I mean, I guess we'll kind of look at it once we get a little bit closer. And if it works out and, if people want to pitch in for a party bus, I mean, for a few hours, I don't see why not. I mean, it's definitely a possibility.
Booze cruise. Yeah, man. By that point, I'll be raring to go. I can't wait to have a drink.
Yeah, that would be fun.
I'm waiting till I hit goal. I'm gonna wait till 250, and then I'm gonna drink.
Yes, and Gastric. Oh, yes, he will be at OH, and he will be.
That's great.
Right. Well, no shit. Of course, he's gonna be there. He said he's gonna be at the beer crawl. So
yep, that's great.
Bridget's parents lived there for 10 years, so it'll be like our old stomping ground. Excellent.
Oh, sweet.
Sounds good. Tamara, they have that 1 mint chocolate chip. It's 12 for $24.99. I'm gonna go order myself a box here pretty soon as well. So, Casey, she's asking me about she probably in my flailing around. She sees me wearing my Fitbit. She's asking if I'm wearing the new Fitbit. And if you are, do you find it tracks your heart rate fairly accurately? I am not wearing the one that tracks your heart rate. It is the new one. It is one of the newer ones. To me, I didn't care less. What's that?
What is what is the name of the new one?
This one's the Charge.
Charge, that's it, yeah.
There's the Charge and the Charge HR. And then there's another one above that. But yeah, this is the new one. This is the Charge, but it's not the heart rate monitor because, well, for 2 reasons. One, it didn't really matter that much to me as far as tracking my constant heart rate on a regular basis. To me, it was like, whatever. Secondly, though, I could get this one because I was able to finally get a wearable Fitbit because I had to get an extra large size, and they could only order them off their website. And when I finally could order it, the HR in the extra large size, they said it was going to take 8 to 10 weeks until they could actually ship it to me. So I'm like, I could either get this one now or the HR in 2.5 months. I'm like, I'll get this one now. I could, big deal. So I have heard people who have the HR one where it's kind of wishy-washy.
Can I ask you a question about that too? Because I got at Christmas time, I got a Garmin Vivo Fit, and it's pretty good. But I tell you, you have to really play with the settings to get it to get the footsteps to even come close. Like
really?
When I first got it, I'm like, I got up, I went to the bathroom, and it was like 300 steps. I'm like, there's no way that was 300.
Hell no.
I might be exaggerating a little bit, but it was like 100 steps, and I'm like, how the hell? It's like 2 feet away. So I kept playing with it, but to this day, I'm still not like convinced that the steps are that accurate. Do you feel that way with the Fitbit, that it's pretty accurate?
No, the steps are pretty accurate. Yeah,
Okay.
I do because especially with this one, what's nice is, let's see if it'll show up or not. It'll be upside down, but see, it lights up, and then I can click through and see all my steps, my calories. It'll have it all detailed for me on here. Some of the older Fitbits that you would wear didn't have that. And that's why I like this one. For one, because I'm used to wearing a watch, so the first thing I get is just time, the date and time. But the steps are accurate. I'm having a little bit of trouble with it recognizing how many flights of stairs that I go up, because Ryan and I are on the basement level, and a lot, we come upstairs and hang out with her dad and stepmom, and I'll come up here and, do a load of laundry and whatnot. So I'm going up and down the stairs often, and I'll check it where it doesn't recognize the stairs every time. So I don't know if it's just based on different motion or movement, but it's not always recognizing it. It's not always picking it up as it should. But other than that, the steps, though, I think the steps are more important. Yeah, that is picking it up pretty accurately, because I'll walk across the room, like, kind of like you said, first thing in the morning. I'll walk across the room and go to the bathroom, and it will say, maybe 50 steps or something, which that seems about right. So I'm
Okay.
cool with that. Yeah.
And in their defense, the first time I got it, so I had to go online and I had to do a little research, and then I had to go like into the settings and change it up, and then adjust the number of steps. So it is adjustable. It is a good product. The Garmin Vivo Fit. It also, I wish I had it on me, but it also has like displays the time and everything. It's a good product.
Yeah, I know a few people who use that, who just friends of mine who, non weight lossers, but who use that a lot when they exercise, because that one does really well for tracking. If you're doing a workout over a course of an hour, it really kind of pinpoints a little bit more during that time, which is awesome. So let's see here. Billy will do. He definitely going to take down that record for sure.
Way to go, Billy!
And
Billy! Oh, Billy!
Billy, oh Billy boy!
Oh, you got a little song in you. We need a.
It's the liquid courage, I'm telling you.
It's the liquid courage.
Lynette.
Brings out your Irish.
Lynette hasn't commented in a while, but all of a sudden she comments back, pub crawl, pub crawl, pub crawl,
pub crawl. Toga.
We still need to figure out what we're going to do for our costumes for OH, because I definitely want to do some sort of a mini theme. Part of me, because, and I just realized this, like I think it was yesterday, because I think the first day is like the 16th of October, which is less than a week away from October 21st, 2015. And for any of the geeks out there, you should better know what day October 21st, 2015 is. You know?
October 20, Rock Band?
No, October 21st, 2015 was the day that they went into the future and Back to the Future Part 2.
Yes, of course. Right. And actually, yeah,
so we're really close. So I'm thinking I may want to do like a Marty McFly or a Doc Brown.
Right. Because I remember you guys talked about the Halloween theme at Dee's house.
Yep, Nikki and Dee's. They're doing a Back to the Future theme, because I'll be back for that as well. They're actually, I think they're moving the date they originally planned for the party, because they know I'm going, like Ryan and I are going to OH.
Sweet. Oh, cool.
So we can still make it and go.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they were just really drunk, but they did invite me, so I might have to cash in on that.
Oh, hell yeah. Get your ass out there.
No,
they had a fucking ball.
Yeah, all of your friends were great people, man. Really, really cool people.
Yeah. So they'll be doing a Back to the Future theme as well. So we're still not entirely sure. I was thinking about with me and my buddy Eric, and then hell, if you come, that would be really good, because I wanted to get 3 guys and I wanted to do 50s Biff, 80s Biff, and 2015 Biff.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, and then if you get 3 girls, then you do.
We couldn't get 3 girls.
But no, do the 3 versions of
the wife,
Marty's mom.
The mom,
yeah, Lorraine,
exactly. There you go.
Yeah, that would be fucking funny. Oh, let's see here. Oh, Adam, thanks for the show. I'll be in the hospital during the next episode, so I can watch if the hospital Wi-Fi is fast enough. Many prayers and wishes to all the rookies out there. You too, Adam. Seriously. So he's less than a week out, so he will be watching. So we'll have to talk to you hopefully in the next. If so, not next week. We'll try and get in touch with you the week after. So maybe have you on the show. We can talk about your process and the procedure as well. So.
Yeah, that'd be great. And I see Lori's post that she had both knees replaced. She's a ski instructor. That's crazy. That's awesome.
And ran a bunch of marathons. Yep.
And ran a bunch of marathons. And it's her 1-year surge anniversary. So congratulations, Lori. That's fantastic.
Congrats, Lori. That's awesome. Yeah, tomorrow, 1-year surge anniversary. Congrats.
So I guess since we're not going to be able to go for 4 hours, we might as well just start wrapping it up, I guess.
No, I can never match those marathon. And I'm outside, and it is nice, but it has been a little bit cooler. I'm just in a t-shirt. It is getting a little bit chilly. If I'm out too much longer, I'm gonna have 2 holes where my nipples are gonna cut through the t-shirt. So,
all right. So let's keep going then.
You would want to see that.
Oh yes, I would, Buster. All right, so I guess we'll just wrap it up. Thanks, everybody, for watching. As always, it's great to see some new faces. It's really cool and exciting to see everybody getting surgery really soon, so it's really cool. So stay with us, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, man, message us on Facebook. Keep us posted, man. Be great, and hopefully maybe have some of you guys on here soon and join in the fun. Take us out here, dude.
Hail to the kings, baby. Oh, I got the control. Oh, I got to hit the stop. Oh, my God. How does this thing work? Oh, my God.